Back in our politics lead, a strong reaction earlier today from House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries, who just posted this response about that racist image of Barack and Michelle Obama that President Trump posted earlier, or last night, I guess, and has now deleted.
This disgusting video posted by the so-called president was done intentionally. Donald Trump and his vile, racist, and malignant behavior. This guy is an unhinged bottom feeder.
You might remember President Trump first really burst on the political scene by pushing the racist lie that the nation's first African-American president was born in Africa and thus was ineligible to be president. Not true and racist, and that was, of course, 15 years ago. Here now, the panel, Chuck Rocha, you're a pollster, right? You look. So will this matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been doing outrageous, offensive things for a long time.
There's a couple things here. One is there's no doubt in Donald, and I'm one of the few Democrats that will admit this, that Donald Trump did make gains with African Americans in the last election. He had big gains with Latinos. And will this one thing swing all the Latinos and all the black folks back? No. But this thing added on to another thing, on him doing things with the civil rights memorials, him doing things with the economy, the price of beef going up. These things are all add on where Brian would like him talking about gas and groceries every day, but we're talking about this that keeps him off message, which is good for the midterms.
So the White House initially defended the post, and then they blamed the staffer, who they have not yet named, if this person exists. California Governor Gavin Newsom's press office, which does its saucy posts themselves, they wrote, wow, White House says Trump doesn't write his own tweets. Auto pen. Brian, a little cheeky post from the Gavin Newsom. Your thoughts?
I mean, listen, I think everybody likes to talk about Gavin Newsom, but the minute you peel that onion, you just realize you're going to cry. He has literally failed California at every sector of the economy. You know, people are leaving the states, jobs are leaving the states, homelessness is up. During COVID, he basically turned California into a prison for private citizens. The only chance he has is to fight Trump because he can't run on his record.
So we're on the eve of Super Bowl weekend, and if you're looking for a complete break from politics when you turn on the game, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Take a look at this new ad from Perry Johnson. He's a Republican candidate running for governor of Michigan. He's spending $3 million to urge viewers to skip Super Bowl halftime, the show there, because of Bad Bunny doing the halftime show. Take a look.
What's happened to the NFL? They chose Dust Bunny or Bad Bunny for the halftime? The NFL thinks this is the Bunny Bowl? Join me in changing the channel during halftime to Turning Point's All-America halftime show for some great American entertainment during America's game.
So just as a note, obviously, Bad Bunny's from Puerto Rico, so he's American. What do you think about that $3 million spend?
I don't think it's money well spent. You know how hard resources should be spent on political campaigns. That's a gimmick. He'll get a lot of support. I don't think he'll be able to make the money back. But at the end of the day, people just want to watch football and they want to be entertained, whether it's Bad Bunny. I'll be watching Bad Bunny. I'm not going to be turning over Talking Points Mo, but I just want politics out of my football.
Right.
I just want to enjoy football. I want to join the halftime show. Sometimes you don't enjoy it. I remember Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake. That was a horrible show, but it didn't change the channel. Let's just enjoy football.
So were you objecting to the show because of the wardrobe malfunction?
No, I'm just not a Janet Jackson
Isn't
fan.
like you're not a Janet Jackson fan. He won't be the only Republican changing the channel to watch Kid Rock during the Turning Points USA counter programming. Here's what White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said about who President Trump's going to be watching during halftime.
I think the president would much prefer a Kid Rock performance over Bad Bunny.
Vice President Vance also promoting the Turning Point USA alternative lineup on social media. What do you make of this the latest battle in the culture wars?
It's ludicrous for a Latino that loves Bad Bunny. This ain't even close, and I'm not trying to compare, but Bad Bunny has 87 million listeners a month on his social media. Kid Rock has 5. Bad Bunny is the #1 streamed artist in America. And for the NFL, this is not a crazy thing. For the NFL who wants to expand, me and Brian had talked about before, I went and saw an NFL game this year in Madrid. They're trying to expand. He's the #1 listened to artist in the world. This is a way to expand your audience. It's just good business. And he's a whole lot cooler.
We should also note the Super Bowl has not only featured American citizen entertainers. In 2023, Rihanna headlined. She's from Barbados. 2021, The Weeknd, who's from Canada, not yet our 51st state. In 2020, Colombian Shakira headlined along with J-Lo, and the show featured a special guest, and that special guest was named Bad Bunny. Yeah, him. 2016 and 2010, Coldplay, The Who, they both are from the UK. So what's with the outrage? Is it because Bad Bunny has been outspoken against Trump, or what do you think it is?
I think it's our politics now, right? It's I spent some time obviously I spent a lot of time in the Republican echo chamber, right? There's now conservative banks. You can't trust J.P. Morgan, you can't trust Chase. Trust this conservative bank. There's now insurance companies because you can't trust. So you almost have you almost have a balkanization of our politics that's bleeding into our economic and our economic choices, and that's what you see. I think we're in an era where red has to be these products, blue has to be these products, and now it's bleeding into our music.
This is a losing argument all the way around, not about Brian, not about the Republicans, but about culture. Yeah. There's one thing in America is that Latinos, whether it's Brian, whether it's me, whether it's Bad Bunny, Latinos have become a big part of the fabric of this country, and Bad Bunny is just one example from Puerto Rico of what we're seeing all across the country. Your favorite Mexican restaurant, your favorite dance moves, all of these things
Salsa.
Make us beautiful, all of these things.
Yeah. It's interesting, though. It also comes down to this, and this is just an age-old debate about can you separate the art from the artist. You don't like you don't like Bad Bunny's politics. He's not a fan of Trump. Mm-hmm. Trump's not a fan of him, etc. Does it matter? And I understand why people feel that way. And my personal view is if an actor or a performer is so outspoken, I can't think of anything other than that when I'm listening or watching. Sure, I get it, but I don't think that describes Bad Bunny. His music's not political.
No, listen. Like I said, I think it's just the era of politics that we're in. First of all, we have this immigration stuff that's going on, but we really do have a separation of economies. You have a red economy, you have a blue economy, and this is just another example. Hollywood and the entertainment industry has always been blue, so we're not surprised by this. But now Republicans are finding alternatives. Kid Rock's the alternative. Kiss from Kiss is the alternative. There are now sort of alternative factions that sort of didn't promote themselves that are finally starting to promote themselves, and I think we're going to see more of it. I just want to watch football and